What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla, and today we're gonna fix our Optimus Prime from the Haslab Omega Prime set. That's right, my zillions. I indeed have to do the surgery to our Optimus Prime. I wasn't sure if I would have to, but I started doing the review. I figured, you know what, everything is in the alt mode to start. So I started, getting all that filmed, all the beginnings of the review, without filming the opening, actually, because I wanted to see where I was going to be at, so I could probably, talk about it in the opening. But yes, I have to do it because, we get to the transformation part, transform and roll out. And I started doing that nice and easy, got to this part. And this is the part where you'll know right away. I cannot even, on mine, move this at all. So this whole thing is supposed to slide down. It's supposed to be a little bit of give, but not that much give. And what is happening, if you don't know, is people are forcing this through and it's cracking this. Now, I think I heard some people say this is cracked already. On some folks right out of the package. I can't imagine how that would happen unless you forced it through, but that's what I've heard. Just saying. So we are gonna do this, and I do want to do a few shout outs. First and foremost, and let me shout out my buddy New Creature Creations. He put up the first thing that I read about it. He fixed his. But as far as videos go on the thing, Kicks Generation Toys has like a nice, neat, and simple video on it. If you want to just do the basics, I like to ramble a little bit, because it's a Fixzilla, it's about my toys, and we got to talk about it a little bit. It's part of the show, right? Also, definitely want to shout out MGO, because I follow his transformation videos, and he's the one that suggested Kicks Generation Toys, so that really helped. Also, shout out to Ben's World of Transformers, because he's got the most accurate info on how to contact Hasbro about getting a replacement. I am gonna contact them because I do have this issue, so I'm gonna do the fix. But if they're sending out new pieces of this, which is, I think, what's gonna happen, you only need this piece, and it's unfortunate you gotta take this whole assembly apart to get to this thing. So, I am gonna contact them, send them my info, because, if they're sending out a new one of this, I'd rather have a new one of this anyway, just in case. Or if they're sending out a whole new piece, I mean, hey, mine was definitely affected. Yeah, send me out a whole new piece because we all paid a lot for these Haslabs. So either way, I am doing the fix because I want to get through my review, and we can't do that without doing this first. So first up, I need to take out these 3 screws. Let's move his arm here. And Alright, so with that, you want to make sure you have, keep your screws in the right spot. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, upwards. Now we're going to open this, lift out his head, and now this should come out. It does. There we go. So this part just kind of slid out from in there. So you got the back part, and now this I'm gonna need to slide out of here. Next up, we're gonna remove 6 more screws. We gotta remove these 2 upper screws, these two, and then these two on the bottom. Alright guys, and the screws are out. I actually had to go find a different screwdriver for that last screw. It must have been like really screwed in far, because my regular one was not fitting in there. This one worked a little better. This one came with an action figure of some sort. I can't remember which one, but I remember I had one somewhere. Just had to go find it. Move these, move this, and this should just come apart, and it does. Nice and easy, front and back. And now we have our part here. So it's this thing here that's blocking it. So I guess they made it too far out, and it needs to be sanded. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sand the sides here, and then you know, get it back on here so it could move better. See, it's kind of, again, it's just stuck. Like right in there. Not moving. Crazy. But it's what we gotta do. Just to further illustrate before we do it, what the problem is here. This in the front here, where it's supposed to go all the way in there, can't go in there because it's too long on one side. See that? It doesn't even need that much, but there's just enough where it's blocking it from like getting in that, you know, nice little section there. So, you know, I mean, like if you put the top part here, you can't notice it as much on the back part. See? It goes in. Oh no, no. Yeah, it's a little bit off. It's very tight. See? Now when you jam it in, very tight. So it just needs a little bit off the edges. Additionally, should you wish, you could, you know, remove that out of there and then file it like that, but I really don't see a need to do that. So we're just gonna start working on this, shall we? And we test if it goes in. Oop, not yet. Didn't really do anything, so. Huh? It's in there now, but still not moving. But better. So the thing to note is, you know, it doesn't really need the teeth too much, because the back part here is gonna like wrap around. Where is it? On this. There's gonna be parts that wrap around and hold everything together. So I don't know which part it was. But yeah, just to note. Let's try to. Now we're getting some movement. It's a little rough, but we're getting some movement, which is good. And I can see why that would break. Very thin plastic. You know, you're gonna break the the various like teeth, and then you're gonna break the thing. So let me just check the back here, see how that feels. This side sliding a little bit better. Still pretty even. It's good. So as long as you do some on each side. Well, gang, I think it could be a little bit better. Yeah, it could be a little bit better. Just, we're almost there. I slid down pretty good, but a little bit resistance. Clean this up a little bit. I think, and shout out both to Prime Convoy 1 as well as Mama Lanty for suggesting maybe put some oil in there too. Well, I think Prime Convoy 1 tried oil first, but I guess it all depends on how tight your things are. And his seemed to have worked good, but mine was not moving at all, as you saw. So I definitely felt like I needed to do this. But I think the oil might be a good shout anyway at this point, because now it's moving. I don't want, you know, I want the teeth to be there a little bit, because even though you don't need it, like, I want it there. Like, I don't want it to be, like, too slidey in front. You know what I'm saying? But it seems to be working a lot better now. It's actually fitting in the slot, and that was a problem. Like, I don't know how they managed to jam it in there without that. So I might keep it like this and try some oil now. See how that works. I feel like as far as sanding, we might be there. Might need a little bit more, but we might be there. Because it's going in. Let's see. And it's sliding. Still a little tight. Yeah, still a little tight. Oh, there we go. We will try some oil, I think. I feel like maybe needs a little bit almost sand here. In case you're wondering, each time I did it, I did like 20 times back and forth. I mean in total. 20 in total back and forth. I think it's working, but I want to see how these are holding up on the inside. The teeth. Because that's the concern, right? Like, you break the teeth, and then you know, I don't think we're at the point where we're going to force it so hard anymore that any of this is going to crack. But definitely you can see the teeth cracking. Just want to make sure. Get all that dust out of there. Alright, my zillions, after a bunch more sanding off camera, and even I put a little oil on here. You can see my fingers got oily just from dealing with it again just now. I think I'm satisfied. There's still a little bit of resistance, but I tried it a whole bunch, up and down, and I kept checking both the teeth. Obviously, no cracking in the front, but I think the teeth would crack first. Now we got that usual, you know, kind of resistance that we're accustomed to getting on these items like this. So it's all like locked up, and now it can go up and down. Fine, right? I might need to do it a couple more times, but I feel pretty confident that even at this point it's not gonna break, because I did it a bunch and there's 0 damage to even the teeth in there. So that would definitely break first, like I said. So while you don't really need the teeth, I mean, I do like that it's there. It's doing something, right? Like, it shouldn't be super free flowing, because, you know, when it's all down, I feel like it's gonna be like a little jangly up and down if you make it too smooth. So now we got that little bit of resistance, enough where it holds, and I'm happy with that. And then we could go ahead and reassemble it, because again, I'm pretty confident in what I just did is enough. You know, like I said, I want a little bit of resistance, because that's what the teeth are there for. Like, you wouldn't make it like that if it wasn't supposed to give you a little bit. Now, because we have our screws all aligned correctly, I will use this one. Let's screw all of this back in. Oh yeah, this one is a magnetic. Ah, even works even better. Alright, let's do this. Perfect. Yep, good. Ooh, a little tight. Oh, good. I think we're good, because it goes down easy, comes up. Yeah, I think it's good. We're good, we're good. I am not scared of the way it is right now. Alright, so here's Optimus with everything. With his arms not out, because I forgot how to do it. I wasn't up to that part yet. But there you go. Alright, that works. And there you have it. little Fixzilla for you guys, you know, for those that still didn't get this yet and haven't done it. If you feel any resistance like I did, like I couldn't move mine at all. There was no way that that wasn't gonna break. You know, I suggest you do it. It's not hard. It's just, you know, 3 screws here, then the 6 screws in the back. Comes apart really easy. Like I said, you could further take that 1 screw out and take the whole little T thing out and, you know, sand it that way. Maybe it would have been easier if I did it that way, probably quicker, but I think it worked out good. Again, I used a little bit of oil on there too, you know, just to give it a little more, you know, smoothness, but I did leave a little bit, you know, enough where it has a little bit of resistance so it's not like loose. Like I don't want it to be like loose in this mode at all. You know, I know it doesn't matter later, but I kind of wanted to, you know, keep, you know, the detents there. They're there for a reason. So, you know, this works now. And it works in the way it should, in my opinion. There you have it. Alright guys, and stay tuned for my review. It's a big one. It's going to be one of those big UltraZilla long-form robot reviews. Whenever we have a Haslab or a huge like super robot Voltron type thing, we get the big reviews. It's coming. All the alt mode stuff is filmed. We're up to transformation, so I'm going to go get back to that. Till next time, peace out, peeps.